Good morning, and thanks for joining us for another EaglEye. I'm Paul Hirschkin.
And I'm Harmony Bratton. Today we'll take a look at the dress code and a student who is battling juvenile arthritis.
We'll also fill you in on Eagle sports, but first, Memorial Day is next week, and one family is creating a special celebration in honor of their son, an AVHS graduate, Christopher Geikie. Here's Britton with the story of the ultimate memorial.
At the Veterans Day Assembly, the student body first met the Geikie family and their son Chris, who gave his life for our country in Afghanistan. This Apple Valley alum was truly a leader to many throughout his lifetime, and no one knows this better than his family members and friends who still mourn their loss.
He was all about leadership. You know, he was the kind of guy who people just loved him for who he was, and he could inspire somebody to think. And he was so good at hearing other people and incorporating those things into whatever he was going to do.
In memory of Chris and to honor his service, friends and family have started the Christopher Geikie Leadership Foundation. This organization hopes to support young leaders by giving annual scholarships.
The foundation that we started has decided to do a fundraiser, and it's over Memorial Day weekend. We thought that was fitting. And so we're doing an Ultimate Frisbee tournament and also just like a family fun day.
And come root on your Apple Valley Ultimate Frisbee team because they're signed up for it.
Stop by Johnny Cake Ridge Park on Saturday, May 28th to support the Geikie family and remember the reason for Memorial Day and leaders like Chris who have died for our country.
You can be a leader in anything you do. You know, you don't have to go to West Point, you don't have to go to war, and if just aspire to that and stick to your guns and it'll happen.
Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Britton Thompson.
Thanks, Britton. It sounds like it's shaping up to be a great event.
Tonight is opening night at DanceWorks, which is choreographed by alumni and Miss Kathy Wright. One of the many talented dancers we'll see is Marcus Simmons, but someone who you won't see on stage is his older brother, AC. Here's Camille with a closer look at his talents.
AC Simmons has been dancing for 11 years alongside his brother in his mother's studio, but they didn't just step to it when offered the opportunity.
We talked to them, oh, do you want to try dance? No, we do not want to dance. We're not dancing. Dancing's for girls. So then they started a jazz class and fell in love with it, and then AC enrolled in a tap class and a ballet class, and then it just kind of developed into that.
My mom actually opened a dance studio when I was 8, and she forced me kind of to try a hip-hop class.
Other than hip-hop, he's done tap, ballet, jazz, lyrical, and modern.
Wanting to do something beyond normal classes, AC spun into breakdancing, which led to an injury.
Well, I broke my wrist breakdancing. I was actually doing a side spin on my hand and I broke it. So now I can't really do as much because it doesn't bend as far flat, so I can't do any breakdance anymore.
But AC didn't lose his passion for dancing. He transitioned onto choreography and teaching others who get to perform these dances in front of an audience.
I actually don't perform anymore, but my hip-hop groups perform at the convention center, sometimes the Target Center, mostly all downtown where all the competitions are held.
He just teaches his own hip-hop class, which also is getting high score awards, first place trophies, and everything like that.
Still determined to continue his dancing career, AC will be moving to California to become a dance instructor. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Camille Coates.
Thanks, Camille. The DanceWorks show is always well attended.
Congratulations to our Minnesota State High School League Hall of Fame award winners in both arts and athletics. Former Fine Arts Director Nancy Grimes, track and field coach Jerry Dirth, and soccer and hockey coach Chuck Scanlon were all inducted to the Hall of Fame this week.
Well, the sun is finally shining in favor of the Eagle athletes after a rainy spring. Here's Misty with the story.
Excuse this interruption for several weather-related announcements.
With more rainouts than ever this spring season, Apple Valley sports teams are making adjustments to sidestep the raindrops.
When our meets get rained out, it's kind of a bummer because we like to run in meets and they're really fun.
The biggest thing I worry about the rainouts and cold affecting the athletes is having too many games in a row. It's not good on the body.
While the rain makes most days gloomy and dark, teams are finding the ray of sunshine.
The only thing positive about rainouts is for lacrosse, we just watch some game tape, so we get to watch what we do wrong and fix our mistakes.
With more practices and fewer competitions, the motivation to play is becoming apparent.
I don't see less motivation, I see more because then you want to make most of the meets that we do run in.
I don't see less motivation at all. I think it's more of a desire to
want to play more.
I think they're more motivated just to finally be outside, and regardless of if it's cold or not, they're just excited to not be in a gymnasium somewhere practicing.
It's a relief that our Eagle athletes can be positive. Good luck to all athletes as they wrap up their seasons. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Misty Price.
Thanks, Misty. Boys lacrosse beat Buffalo last night 17-1. Baseball got a 4-3 win over Egan. Tennis open sections beating Simley 7-0. And track placed second in true team sections last week. Good luck to softball in their section game tonight.
One senior athlete has been dealing with the restrictions that juvenile arthritis has caused her. Here's Kirsten with a closer look.
Many people believe that arthritis is only a condition adults have, but arthritis affects teens as well.
Student Brenna Searstead describes what she was diagnosed with.
I have spondyloarthropathy, which is a type of arthritis, and I got it last August. My symptoms, my knees started swelling up, and then it spread down to my ankles and my heels, and then ended up in my wrist.
Also, with Brenna's recent diagnosis, she was limited to doing different activities this year.
I wasn't able to play in my senior year of tennis, and I can't really do a lot of vigorous activities. I feel like my family has probably gotten a little closer with it, because like me and my mom have to go to the doctor like every 2 months.
We have dealt with it most of the time, a day at a time, because it was such a new experience for us.
Meredith Jones has also experienced arthritis.
When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
Meredith is now free of her arthritis, and she runs cross country and track. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Kirsten Ogle.
Thanks, Kirsten. We hope Brenna's recovery goes as well as Meredith's.
With the freedom of summer right around the corner, some students anxiously await the opportunity to dress the way they choose. Here's Ariana with a closer look at how the dress code is being enforced, or not, at AVHS.
When it comes to school dress code, teachers and students don't always meet eye to eye.
I think that the dress code is strict in some ways because I actually got in trouble for something that, like, I had a long sleeve shirt on. You could see something like barely in the back of my shirt. I see people wearing like see-through stuff where they haven't gotten in trouble.
If it's someone I know and I think maybe their shirt or shorts are a little inappropriate, I'll talk to them. But sometimes if it's a kid I don't know and they're walking past in the hallway, I just let it go.
Teachers do follow up on it, but not like they say they do in the beginning of the year. It kind of fades away.
The inconsistency in the dress code leaves many students confused as to what they can and cannot wear, and may also encourage breaking rules to push the limits to see what kids can get away with.
I think the dress code for the most part is followed very consistently. Because of certain items of dress, we have to kind of lean upon each other and come up with a decision of whether something's a coat or not a coat. And so there are some time periods where, you know, extra opinions are needed, but we do a pretty good job of following the dress code and interpreting the dress code.
Revisions or changes may need to be made in the dress code, but until then, do not take the chance of a detention a dress code offender must serve. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Ariana Gathings.
Thanks, Ariana. Keep it appropriate, students, and hopefully it will be handled appropriately by teachers and administrators.
While dress code violations might make you infamous, there are quite a few people who have met some famous people. Here's a look at who has met a celebrity in this week's ValleyView.
I saw Blake Sheldon.
Yeah, I've met Brett Favre. I've met Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I've met Kent Herbeck.
I met Jesse McCartney when I was 10. It was the best day of my life.
I met Britney Spears.
I've met Phil Simms.
I waited on Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, I've met Adrian Peterson.
I've met Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I met Macklemore.
I met Brad Paisley.
I met Bow Wow.
I've met MC Hammer.
Hey, you might be famous. Find out by buying a yearbook. They'll be on sale May 27th.
Well, that's all for today. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.